Hey there, welcome to the Intentional Academy podcast, where we believe that life is best when it is lived on purpose. If you want help finding time for what matters most, launching your dream career, and building a prosperous future, then you should visit us at intentionalacademy.com. I'm your host, Tony Farrar, joined by your co-host, Justin Thomas. We are thrilled that you're tuning in today. What's up, Justin?
What's going on, Tony?
In today's bonus episode, we are talking about some big changes here at the Intentional Academy. This is a behind-the-scenes look at what it's like for Justin and I to try and figure out how to build an impactful movement and how to navigate the complexity of trying to start a business around this idea that we have. I'm the type of person that anytime I want to figure something out, step one looks like go see what other people are doing, try and figure out what best practices are, and then make it my own. And so I'm constantly reading about new ways to teach when I'm at work because I constantly try to get better at being a professor. When it came to the Intentional Academy, all of the folks that we looked at that we'd been looking up to and emulating for the last couple of years really are people who basically run online course businesses. And so they all kind of have the same standard approach, right? It starts with some free content, maybe a podcast or a blog. Most of the time nowadays it's a podcast. Some people are really into YouTube video. The point is they produce some free content. Everybody goes and watches it. And throughout the content, what they're really trying to do is add some value to your life and then ask you for your email address. And usually that email address comes with an extra gift, PDF to download, a free video or something like that, some other free thing, but really it's a free thing in exchange for giving your permission to start being sent ads via email. So now they're sending you a weekly email message, and every so often those email messages convince you to come and buy some pre-recorded course that they've created. And you hear people when they're talking behind the scenes, they talk about things like mailbox money or Swiss dollars, sales while I sleep, Swiss dollars. And it's funny because that was never really our motivation, right? Our motivation was trying to take these ideas that we've learned that have literally changed our lives and the people's lives that we've taught them to, and find ways to get them into the hands of as many people as possible.
And to make money while doing it.
Well, sure. Right. There's nothing wrong with producing an income for your effort. And in fact, it actually costs a lot of money and a lot of time for us to be able to produce these things. Every little service adds up. Gear costs money. And any minute that we're doing this is a minute that we're not spending somewhere else. You could start learning the economics of opportunity costs. But there's been this nagging feeling that it just never quite felt like us. This idea of this one-sided message where we're constantly sending things out for you to consume, never hearing anything back. It's really, we're going to produce this amazing information, presumably, and it's up to you if anything comes of it. Listen to it, do something with it, don't do something with it. We're going to lob it over the wall, and it's not our problem what happens next. We don't really buy things that are marketed to us that way. And we started asking ourselves a question a few months ago of, do students really need another online class right now?
No.
Yeah, that's where we ended up. The truth is, we don't really want to be an online course business that puts you into some automated sales funnel and drips emails and writes advertising. What we want to do is connect.
Yeah.
And build a community that is trying to go somewhere.
We want to basically take everything that we were trying to package into these long drawn out, multi-week courses with lots of videos and do it here in the community with a bunch of other like-minded individuals and figure out ways that we can help you quicker, more directly, using the podcast, using this community. We want to connect with you, and we basically felt like we were just trying to send you some videos for you to watch, and we weren't necessarily connecting with you because they're all pre-recorded.
Yeah, well, the downside to that kind of a structure really is that we create all this pre-recorded content, which, by the way, takes a lot of effort and a lot of time on our part. And then you have to have the discipline to sit down and work and work and work. And we just ran a group of very, very motivated people through the program. And what they had to say about it was, this is awesome. Great material, great content, a lot of work. Lot of work.
And it is a lot of work. I mean, what we're trying to do for you, it will take a lot of effort from you, but it is a lot of dedicated time to another course with more course load and more video and things like that you really have to manage your time well to do, in addition to all of your required coursework.
Right. So what we're thinking is that we could take all of that same stuff and make it smaller chunks that actually get you a win in the time that you're sitting with us. Rather than you watching a video and then spending the rest of the day trying to hammer something out, what if it were an interactive experience where you work with us and your peers and actually get the one thing done? If I had to zoom way out, our new vision, the new thing we're going to try, we're calling this a pivot, by the way. The title of the episode is Pivot. That's a nerd word for entrepreneurs. Anytime we try things for a while, learn some great information, and then head in a new direction, it's a pivot. Probably not the last pivot episode you're going to hear.
Pivot.
All right, Ross. Pivot. So here's our new theory. We have a podcast where we're going to share ideas every week that we think are going to improve your life. And you are a college student or an early career professional. That's who we think you are. In addition to that, we are building a free online community. Right now, it's housed in Discord. If you haven't used Discord before, it's awesome. And we hope that our listeners are going to join there for free to get the chance to go deeper with all the ideas that we talk about and really start to form a community of people like us doing these things together. It's free at intentionalacademy.com/community.
We're just trying to grow a large community of like-minded individuals, and Discord has really opened our eyes to how we can do that and the things that we're capable of doing.
And then, in addition to all of that, we're going to start looking down the road at a few ways to produce revenue so that we can continue to offer all these things. So from time to time, we'll probably start inviting community members to come to live events, maybe online, maybe even in person. I've got some dreams there. These could include a reasonable registration fee, but they'd be more like quick win workshops as opposed to these 8-week giant projects. In addition to that, another way that we might produce some income is by sharing some resources, recommending books or software, other tools that have actually made our lives better, and there are ways that we could consider earning affiliate revenue from things like that. And then lastly, we're tinkering now, and we'd love your feedback on all of this, by the way, with the idea of a monthly subscription model that might offer you some, additional ongoing value at a really low minimal cost. So it's kind of where we're at.
And the reason we're sharing this with you is we're 100% transparent. We're in this to help you, to make you grow, and these are the methods we would utilize for monetization. Nothing hidden, no tricks. It's just we want to make sure that everybody is comfortable. You join this community, and it's about a bunch of like-minded individuals wanting to raise and uplift everyone in here and make everyone better. That's all it is.
Yeah, Justin, I was thinking about if I could say this really succinctly, and this just came to me as you were talking. You and I are trying to be the mentors that we wish we had while we were figuring this out.
True.
And we're trying to create the community that we wish we could have turned to for help when we were trying to figure this out.
Yeah. Yeah, when we were in school, school was hard enough that we didn't focus on the other aspects of our life that really needed to be tended to with regards to our money mostly. And having these new ideals where money wouldn't have had to be worried too much about would have really made, school life or early career life a lot less stressful. And it's not just money, it's not just schoolwork, it's productivity. We also have productivity tips and tricks and things that we can talk about with regards to loving your job and being better at it. All
of this for us falls under a bigger category of living your life on purpose instead of just going with the flow. Justin, I'm looking right now at the community and some of the things that we have under the category of the lounge: tech talk, video games, movie chats, pet pictures, nerding out. There's not one that says gifts specifically, but they are flying, of course. And this is really kind of a dynamic and fun place to hang out.
I communicate with GIFs. That's my primary way of communicating, is if I can find a GIF that says what I'm trying to say, I'm using that instead. I mean, it's so easy to find them now. They're integrated into all the platforms. That's what I'm doing.
So, if you listen each week, you have heard us reference things like Bypass the Machine, the Ultimate Career Builder Starter Kit, and we want you to know those things are still available for you if you'd like to go get them. But we're focusing on something bigger. We're trying to build a community that becomes a movement. People who are tired of going with the flow and want to regain control of their lives. Come join us. intentionalacademy.com/community.
And we just want to thank you for being here. Thank you for continued support. Head over to the website. Join us. We're just here to chat and talk and hang out and have fun and learn and grow.
Justin, I think this is going to be pretty awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Thanks again, everybody.
Yeah, have a good one.